I met a gypsy.
Is that you were just so focused on just
Yeah, because
like,
maybe sometimes I wanted to go too fast.
yeah,
or
trying too hard.
Yeah, trying too hard, or maybe people didn't see that, but the feeling that I had riding, it was like that. Especially like training, I always wanted to best at training,
Mm.
and it wasn't the best. I mean, I know like mentally, if you're the fastest every time, yeah, it feels good. But I remember Dungey, I mean, me or Jason, we were better than him at practice track. But he would still do the work. But at the end of the day, like, it doesn't matter if you're not the fastest at the practice track. You know, as long as you put your best effort, you did the work and you apply yourself, then you go to the races and you're fine. And Dungey used to win on the weekend, you know. So, and I was pumped to beat him at the practice track, but he would beat me at the race.
That must have been very frustrating.
Yeah, a little bit.
It would, I guess, maybe not like frustrating as much as it's like confusing in a way. Because you'd be like, man, I can smoke this dude every time we practice, but he finds a way to win the races.
Yeah, I think his focus was better than me at the races. Yeah, he was probably better to adapt to a new track, to the conditions, and obviously at the practice track we were so used to the almost the same track, so so that was different.
Yeah, I guess I'd never really thought, like, you guys had a really good relationship with you and Ryan. I feel like you're very good teammates and could always race great together and would like put in a lot of work together, like at Alden's together.
Yeah.
So you would have had a very good understanding of what he was like as a rider and a racer.
For sure, I learned a lot from Ryan. And dude, I remember 2015. So we started obviously back in 2012, but 2015, that's where we started training together at Alden's. So I was on 250, he was on 450. So it was obviously awesome because we were like friends and trying to help each other, but not competing against each other. So obviously that makes a big difference, right? But even after that, I switched to move up to 450, and it was actually quite a bit the same, you know, and same relationship. Every time I had a bad race, like he would come to me or text me or call me. He said, "Hey, keep your head up," like give me advice and stuff. So I have a lot of respect for Ryan, and I really appreciate that. But the thing, it was cool for me because I wanted to be like Ryan. You know what I'm saying? Even though we have the same age, you know, our career was a lot different.
Yeah, yeah. Man, he's a good person. Like he actually, I think it's probably not a secret, like for people listening, that probably isn't surprising that he's a good person, but maybe people would be surprised that he's as good a person as he seems. You know, like on camera, everyone's on their best behavior, but he really is that guy. You know, like I saw him at Loretta's last year.
Yeah.
And we had like an hour and a half. We just stood there talking, you know, like just the nicest, hasn't changed at all. Just the nicest guy.
That's right. So yeah, now he's also part of Red Bull KTM, so we see each other at the races when I'm there. So
is he coming to more races now?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
What's he doing with the team?
Helping the team, I guess. Yeah. So looks like we're gonna be at some of the KTM events, you know, like a riders meeting and stuff like that, or like hopefully we get to ride together a little bit.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, it makes sense for a brand like him to honestly to keep both of you guys around. You know, like just so much experience.
Yeah.
So much experience, like within the KTM group as well, you know.
Of course. I mean, it's just, for myself, it's just so natural to be still part of the brand. You know, I've raced for KTM for 15 years now. So, yeah.
Was the goal for you always to come to the US?
What's that?
Was the goal always to come
yeah.
to the US?
Yeah. Yeah. Super early when I was young, I was just watching Supercross in America. So, naturally, yeah, that's what I wanted to do. Obviously, when you're a kid, you're like, it's hard to be like, oh, I'm going to do that when I grow up. But naturally, that's what I kind of wanted to do. And I had the opportunity with KTM to sign a contract to the US. So it's crazy to think that, but it just naturally happened, I feel like.
Were you the first guy to do you win 2 titles in Europe, and then you basically just transfer your job from Europe to the US. Were you the first one to do that, or was Kenny before you?
No, Kenny was a year after.
Yeah, okay.
And then before
Who did
me,
it before you?
I would say as a world champion on 250, Tyler Rattray.
Yeah, okay.
And
but
then
he didn't go to KTM though,
no,
right? He went to
but he did. He
yeah.
did move to America, and then Tommy Searle as well.
Yeah.
Tommy never won a world championship, but he got second.
Yeah, man, he comes so close so many times.
Maybe twice.
Yeah.
Behind
Jeff,
maybe
I think.
behind who?
I think he behind Jeffrey, I think.
I think Jeffrey was after.
Okay.
Yeah. No, Tommy Searle was with Tony Cairoli and Tyler Rattray. I'm guessing he got twice vice champion, yeah.
Yeah.
So, Tyler did the year before me. I think he raced, or maybe 2 years. I think he raced 09 here in the US and 10. And then I moved after 11.
Yeah. What was your time in the GPs like? Did you enjoy racing GPs, or do you wish you could have got to the US
It was really short, I feel like. Even though it was like 3 years, it went by fast.
Quick, yeah.
Yeah, because the first year I raced for a private team, French private team. The second year I started also like with this. I mean, I continued with the same team, but then I switched to KTM in the middle of the season. And then after that, I did 1 more year with KTM, and then gone to the US. So it
went by quite quick. So what was the roadmap to get up to GPs? Like France obviously has such a good like national championship, and then like the Supercross. Why are the French the ones that take Supercross the most seriously, do you think?
I mean, we do have a decent Supercross championship in France. And the good thing now is like there's more team in France. Before it was maybe 1 or 2, and now there's a few, maybe 5 or 6. They have more budget too, and they race the SMX or
WSX.
Yeah, sorry, WSX. But we don't have like a big Supercross championship in France or like in Europe. You know what I'm saying? It's only that little SX Tour, they call it in France. But like I said, I grew up riding Supercross, and we had an 85 championship back in the day, and they stopped that. They wanted to do it again, but for so many years that was gone. And dude, I would love racing 85 on Supercross. Like it was just awesome. And I continued that 125, 250, and I kept riding Supercross. So that's why. And also when you're in France, you watch like Supercross in America. So that's why they want to do the same.
We're excited to announce the launch of our new membership site, gypsytales.com, packed with exclusive content and perks that you won't find anywhere else. This is your chance to become a part of the Gypsy Gang. And as a special bonus, if you sign up to an annual membership, you'll be entered into the draw to win our custom-built TC125. Gypsy Gang.